What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I know I'm a little late on this, and it's only going on for a couple of days, but there is an event happening right now within Golem Overlord, and this is on the backs of on the heels of another event I feel like that just finished up a couple of days ago. So this is the Sandstorm Showdown event, and probably by the time you watch this video, it's not even going to be relevant, but you can see here that you get less fortification, less faith, so experience a 20% reduction in fortification, and also attackers will lose 25% faith, so sealing will become a little bit more challenging. Now, here's the thing. I'm not really trying to cover the Sandstorm Showdown event specifically. It runs for 3 days until April 28th at 1600 UTC time. But I do love the fact that we're getting just these little bits and pieces, these little events that shake things up overall for the game in these couple of days. So, you know, again, it's one of those things where I hate people are gonna jump on this for the wrong way, but it's just like I would love to see this stuff happen in something like Splinterlands, right? Like I've been waiting and wishing. We saw it happen in another game that I cover here regularly, which is Decrops, which actually has an Easter event going on right now, and I apologize I haven't covered that in a video. But seeing these types of seasonal events, seeing these types of small things, it's not a battle pass, it's not a specific kind of like activity, but it does add a lot of value and keep people engaged. Now, maybe for me, because I'm still a little bit early on in the game, it's not necessarily going to change any of the behavior that I have, but I do wonder, and this is a question for the group, how has this event or maybe previous events changed the way in which you engage in the game, right? So for example, like I know that my fortification is a lot lower right now, and that's something that I'm going to have to get up over time, especially now that I've started focusing on balancing out the rest of my stats here. But ultimately, it's like, you know, there's no perfect way to play the game. And I actually love that about the meta overall when it comes to Golem Overlord. And when you're going to have a game that has this wide open meta of like, okay, you can go all offense, you can go all defense, you can go balanced, right? You can go and just try to earn and hope nobody raids you. Well, however it is that you want to do it, like there's so many different ways in which to engage. And then on top of that, you get these little events that are just micro, right? It's just 3 days or a couple of days here and there, and you go in and it just keeps people engaged. So again, I'm looking at this and I'm probably not the perfect person. You can see how low I am on the totem pole here. I'm ranked number 3269, so 3258. What's the 69 mean? I guess that's the amount of part that I've burned, so nice. But the timing of this video was coincidental. But the main focus is the fact that I'm loving these events. I don't know how often they're happening because, again, I've only been playing this game for a short period of time. But I want to know from you guys, again, this is more just trying to get feedback and better understand how the player base is reacting to these different kinds of events. Is this something that is impacting the way that you play when we think about like, okay, this is going to be done in a couple of days. What could potentially be next, right? Could it be something seasonal, right? Like I'm trying to think of like what potential holidays or seasonal things may be coming in May. It could be along those lines, or it could just be something random, right? Like the Sandstorm Showdown has like literally nothing to do with anything right now, I would say, from a seasonal perspective. This is just reducing defense and then reducing the faith that people have when they attack you. So, you know, maybe we look at this and it's just like, okay, we get a couple of months of this and or a couple of different events, maybe even just 1 month of it, and it's like, okay, it's starting to get old now. We need something new, we need something different, something fresh. But at the end of the day, I feel like there will always be, as long as, you know, Yixin can stay proactive on this, there will always be different ways in which you can manipulate the stats to incentivize certain behaviors or disincentivize certain behaviors within the game. So, you know, ultimately, I don't know where, again, I feel like I have to keep giving this disclaimer with Golem Overlord. I don't know where the game goes. I don't know how it continues to stay fresh outside of this, but I do know that the development has been awesome. The community is hungry, and you know, I'm still like getting my feet wet in terms of just understanding the full meta of the game, and then having these things thrown in my way. I'm just like, okay, well, how is this going to change my behavior now? How would it change my behavior if, for example, I went all in on like power, right? Or if I went all in on fortification, like it'd be like, oh, well, I guess it kind of sucks right now, but ultimately, I'm happy with the way that the game has been progressing so far. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's been a really solid experience, and I'm enjoying the conversation with the community. So I'll leave it there. Like I said, this is more so to ask other folks who might be further ahead than me, right? Who've burned more than 69 parts or higher ranked than 3,200. How has this event impacted you? And do you see events as things that offer that kind of like the value of being able to shake things up? And do you have ideas for other events? Maybe in the future, maybe we could crowdsource or brainstorm some types of ideas for Yixin, just in the same way that we do like rule sets for Splinterlands, for example. But I'm excited to see the game continue to evolve. And yeah, that's all I got for you in this video. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.